Hello and welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Alright, so today's agenda is I'm going to tell you how to create virtual environment. So definitely we'll have hands-on. But before we do that, let's understand what is this virtual environment and why do we really need it. Okay, so for that I have created a couple of slides. So let's quickly go over it and let's have some overview first. Okay, so now you can see that let's say I have an Ubuntu system and I have multiple projects running across, and each of these projects is requiring different Python versions. The first project is 2.2, the second is 3, like that. So in a scenario like this, how will you keep things separate? So virtual environment will come into use here. So this is one of the typical scenario we come across our day-to-day basis. Okay. So project wise, we need to have a separate virtual environment, and there we'll be installing separate Pythons, which are different in terms of their versions. Second scenario we'll explore here is these two images pretty much self-explanatory in nature. I have got it from Google itself. All right, so let me tell you what is here. Okay, let's say these are three projects, and for the sake of simplicity, let's not assume that these are different Python versions. Let's assume these are of same versions. Let's say all are using 3.5 across all three projects, right? Now, for some reason, for some dependency, we have to use multiple versions of a particular module in Python. Let's say here it is 1.8, and here it is 1.11, it is 2.0. So if you have a scenario like this, you have no other way but to create a virtual environment to keep things separate. So ideally what we'll be doing, we'll be creating a separate directory. We'll call it as a virtual environment, and where we'll be installing the required packages. Maybe these packages are same, but these are different with their versions. So we'll have a separate directory for this one where we'll be installing 1.8. We have a separate directory. We'll call it as a virtual environment. We'll have 1.11 like this. Okay. And these are the two very common scenarios where we need to keep things separate. Uh, and you have to use virtual environment, right? So let's dig into the hands-on part. Let's go over it. Okay, so I'm my Ubuntu system, and this is one of the Docker images where I have Ubuntu available. Let's see. Okay, so okay, so this is the Python version I have installed. Now let's see what all the packages are available. Okay, these are the very basic packages I have available at this moment. Pip setup tools and well. So let's say in a particular project, I need to use a specific module. Okay, and I don't want that module to be available in a global section here. Okay, so for that also you need to use the Python virtual environment. We need to keep that particular project separate. Okay, so now there's a specific syntax to create Python virtual environment. So let me run it. Okay, what is it doing? It is a Python 3 minus m you have to use. B is the syntax to create virtual environment, and env is the name of the folder where you have all the installed files will be there, and all the new packages that you are going to use all will be there in this particular folder, and the name of this virtual environment is going to be env. Okay, so let's create it. All right, let's see what is this. Okay, so I have a folder available env. Let's see what is inside. Okay, you'll see exactly the same set of files available as we see in our regular Python installation directory, right? Okay, so that means we have all the necessary setup ready, but this particular environment, this env, is not activated, right? So the idea is once you create a virtual environment, unless and until you are not activating this, you cannot utilize it. So to use it, you have to activate it first, right? So there is a command to activate it. It is source bin and then activate, right? Okay, you must have seen there's a new keyword has come, env. This is nothing but the name of our uh, virtual environment, right? So this has come. That means you are currently inside this virtual environment, and whatever the changes you'll be doing on the Python installation, that will be limited to this uh, virtual environment only. That will not impact any way to the outside installations, right? So that means, let's say I have currently these packages available, the same packages are available. Let's say in a particular project, I want to use a particular module and I don't want that module to be available right here. Okay. So let me add a particular module in that virtual environment. Let me, okay. So I have installed Click. Let's see what are all these lists. Okay, so you see this, this Click is now available, right? So now any project that will create here inside this virtual environment, that will very well utilize all the available modules right here. Okay, now let's see whether these newly added module, installation of newly added modules has impacted any way to our global section. Okay, global section is this. Okay, this is outside env. How do you know this is inside or outside? Only looking at this additional keyword that will come up here the left hand side, okay, in a command line. That means you are inside virtual environment, right? Okay, so everything you do right now, that will be as per the available things in virtual environment. Let's say you want to come out of this, so for that you need to follow a specific command, that is deactivate. So deactivate will only work only when you are inside virtual environment, right? So now you are outside virtual environment because that keyword is gone. Now let's see, that means you are in a global section. So let's see what are all the packages here available. See this Click is not available here. That means the installation of Click is only limited to this virtual environment only, right? So this way we can keep things separate. For multiple projects, we can create multiple Python virtual environment, right? So this is what I thought I'll cover today, and hope you like my video. So please share, subscribe, and comment, of course. So I'll see you in the next video.